Hi everybody, my name is Oriana. I'm a professional belly dancer in Tampa Bay, Florida, and I've received so many requests recently for basic belly dance instruction on YouTube that I decided to go ahead and try it. I was waiting to see if I could maybe get some sort of backdrop or some better lighting equipment, but I figured we could just try it and see how it goes. For my basic belly dance courses, I tend to talk a little bit more than I normally would in an intermediate or an advanced course because it's very important that you get the posture, the axis, and the plane of the move correctly, or you're going to have trouble later on as you go through your studies. So I'm going to be talking throughout this entire video. These videos are shorter than my normal classes. This is going to be about 20-30 minutes, but it's ideal for my students that want to practice at home or for those who are starting to take classes and want to practice at home as well for that. If you have any questions, feel free to message me, text me, Facebook me, and I'll be more than happy to help. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay. So the first thing that you really want to do is make sure that your posture is correct. I'm going to roll up my pant legs so that you can see. My legs are at a 45-degree angle. I'm not hunching over. I'm not leaning back. It's as if you're sliding your back down a wall so that the entire center of the body lowers slightly. You don't want to lower down too much so that you're in a squat. This is going to be very hard on your knees. So what I tend to tell my beginning students is that it's like a bunny or a kangaroo. You bend your knees just enough so that you can hop slightly. No more. Anything more than that, and you're putting too much stress on your legs. So if you want to go ahead and test that, you should be buoyant, not stiff, but not too far down. I stress this because locking the legs back will limit mobility. You'll have very tiny movements. Coming too far down will throw the back out so that you end up with lower back injuries. So it's important to get this one down the back. Sink down into your 45-degree leg angle. Tuck the pelvis under. So go ahead and check yourself. If you're like this, you want it neutral so that it's completely down the spine. It's very straight back here. What a lot of my students will tend to do in the beginning is over tuck, where they're kind of like that. It's not bringing it in towards the rib cage. It's just neutral, centered, and straight down the back. The shoulders are relaxed but back and down. Your shoulder blades should be hanging down off the back here. Don't scrunch the shoulders up to the ears. Open the chest, breathe in, breathe out. This is your basic belly dance position. You can come back to this at any time, but this is for the most part what we stay in during our entire performance, is this neutral pelvis bent leg stance. Even if I were to come up on toe, the legs still will remain bent. So it doesn't matter if you're flat-footed or up on toe, the leg still stays bent in order to keep that mobility so that this is free to unhinge and move in whatever way you desire. Let's go ahead and warm up now that we've got that covered. Take a deep breath in and out, fold forward. And you can rest your hands on your thighs, your legs, the floor, whatever is comfortable to you. As long as you're feeling the stretch up the back of the leg and the hamstring. And I realize this must be a strange angle, so I apologize. Come over to the right ankle and either grab the leg, the ankle, the floor, whatever is comfortable for you today. Come through center and over to the left ankle. Same thing, grab wherever it's comfortable. You might have one side that's more sore than another, it's okay, or one side that you're more flexible on. Come towards the center. Roll yourself back up, one vertebra at a time. The shoulders come with you and back. Really make sure that you're rotating this shoulder all the way through that ball joint. Reverse the movement and hunch them forward, up towards the ears and down, up and down. Take the left hand up and bend over to the right side as far as you want to go. If you're super flexible and you want to go all the way down to the ground, go for it. If not, rest your hand on your thigh or your calf, as long as you're feeling a stretch down the side of the body. The rib cage lifts you up. Other side. And come up. Both arms come up, slight back bend extension, just enough to look at the ceiling. Nothing crazy yet. And release. The right arm comes over the chest, the left arm pulls it in. Little deltoid stretch here. Other side, same thing. Left arm comes over the chest, the right arm pulls it in. The right arm comes up and behind the head. It's going to come down right between the shoulder blades. Use this arm to pull it in towards the ear. And switch. The right arm grabs the left elbow. Left hand goes in between the shoulder blades. And the right arm is pulling it towards the side of the head. Everyone's flexibility will range here. Just pull until you feel enough of a stretch to feel comfortable. And release. Hug yourself. Pick up the legs. Move around a little bit. All right, let's begin. I'm going to stand in a 3/4 stance so that you can see everything. Basic belly dance begins with extremely small movements, a lot of muscular isolation. So if this feels repetitive, it's because it is. There's a steep learning curve here to begin isolating specific muscle groups, which is unique to Middle Eastern dance. So let's begin with the hips. Come down into your basic belly dance position. Legs are in a 45. The pelvis is tucked in neutral. Shoulders are back and down. The head is slightly lifted, but not overly, just enough to put a little bit of space in between here and the collarbone. Okay. From the front, it looks like this. From the side, it looks like this. Now, go ahead and put your hands right here like you're holding gun holsters. It's going to be easier. We'll release later on. Starting with the right hip, you're going to straighten the right leg slightly so that the right hip rises up, straight up to the ceiling, or as I like to say in class, straight up to the armpit. So it's coming right up the side of the body. Bend the leg again, the hip comes down. Straighten the hip, comes up. Bend and down, straighten and up. Up. The rest of my body is not moving. I'm not coming up on toe. I'm sorry you can't see my feet. Like I said, first time video. This is strictly the leg bending and unbending. And the hip coming into the side of the body here in the oblique, up towards the armpit. So imagine it sliding straight up the side of the body. Both legs are still bent. My knee never locks back completely. That will push the hip back. So from the side, now lift up my arm so you can see. It's coming right in towards the center of the middle of my body. It's not locking back. That's actually a completely different move that we'll get into later. It's not wrong, it's just not this move. You will see the left hip move slightly just because it's attached. So it's going to partner along a little bit, but it's not the main movement. The accent is here. Other side. Straighten, bend. Straighten the leg, bend. Straighten the hip, comes straight up towards the left armpit, it goes down. Up, down. These are commonly referred to as hip bumps. I've also heard them referred to as hip pistons, because when you get both going, you'll see this sort of seesaw action, like two pistons in a car, which we're going to do in just a second. Right about now, a lot of basic students are thinking, why is this harder than I thought it would be? Mostly because when we're walking, the motion goes from front to back. It doesn't go up and down like this, and certainly not within the plane of the body. So if you're tripping up on that, come back to your position, make sure your legs are bent, and then try it again. Five, 6, 7, 8. Stand up, fold over, and come back up. If at any time you feel lower back pain, it's because you're throwing your back out. Make sure you neutralize the pelvis. Just wanted to mention that real quick. We're going to do both sides slowly and then pick up pace. So what will end up happening is you'll straighten one leg to bring the one hip up, right leg, right hip. Bend, straighten the left hip, left leg. Basically, it's the same size, same side. Right straightens, left straightens. The right straightens, the left straightens. I like to tell my students to put their hands on their hips, because even if you can't see your legs, you're not sure what you're feeling right now, you can visually see your hands going up and down like a seesaw. For some people, it's easier to visualize the hip coming into the side of the body, like a little push. For me, it's easier to think of two pistons in a car, or a seesaw, or a scale, whatever helps you. No one needs to know what's going on in your head right now. It doesn't matter, as long as you can remember the movement. And really be conscious of what muscles are working. You're going to feel this in the obliques, but you're especially going to start feeling this in the quads and the top of your legs, because you're in this sort of demi-plie squat. Belly dance is very quad heavy because of that, so if you don't normally work out that muscle group, that's the first one you're going to feel. Okay, this is very gentle. Straighten, 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 straighten. Should feel a little bit like walking. Okay. Relax, come up, fold forward, stretch out the back, come back up. We're going to do the same movement, but a little bit faster. Okay, come down into your basic position. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going. My feet are flat, my legs are bent, my pelvis is neutral. If you're comfortable letting go and putting your hands out at about 2 and 10, just like you drive a car, that's fine. If not, keep them on your hips. That's fine too. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When a movement becomes faster in belly dance, it gets smaller. If you look at my hip, I'm really only moving them up and down 2 inches at the most. This isn't a large movement on the side plane, but it looks large because I'm isolating this part of my body. Watch your level here. Make sure you're not bouncing. Also make sure you're not shifting weight as you speed up. This isn't bumping your friends at the club. Keep it underneath you. Good. If you're starting to feel your quads by now, take a break, stand up, stretch, and then come back to it. By the way, the music I'm using is from an album called 40 Best Belly Dance Bar Grooves. It's a 40-minute long bar mix of all of the entire album, which I love using for class because I don't have to keep changing songs. Available on iTunes. I hope they hear this and give me royalties for promoting their product. Probably not. Oh well. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next round we're going to speed up even higher. If you're not comfortable, stay at this pace. If you are comfortable, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is just the hips, guys. Really, it gets very complicated. Look how little my movement is, though. If I were to turn to the side, my legs are going in and out, just like before, but they're only going a little bit past each other. It's not a large leg movement. You should not be doing this, where I'm picking up the heels like I'm running. It's just a bending and a straightening of the knee. That's what drives the hips. You're going to be feeling this in your quads right about now, especially if you're just starting out. 5, 6, 7, 8, relax. Bend forward, bend over. Stretch out the back. Catch your breath. I'm in an unair conditioned room, so I'm feeling this with you, and there's a hot lamp here. All right. One move I try to do in every class continuously is a shimmy drill. Now, most people know a shimmy is just shaking. In belly dance, there's so many different ways to do it. You'll see performers do it 1,000,001 ways, but I like to do it every class because it's a cardio and an endurance and a stamina exercise, as well as something that you can use at any point during Middle Eastern dance. It's integral to it. And if you tell people you're studying belly dance, they're going to ask you to shimmy. So let's start with that. Go ahead and come into your basic belly dance position. Pelvis is neutral, legs are at a 45, the chest is back and down, the head is slightly lifted, so there's a little bit of space here. You can go ahead and keep your hands on your hips. If you feel comfortable letting go and getting into the driver 10 and 2 position, that's fine as well. You're going to start with a fast hip bump that we just ended on. And begin going softer and faster. Now by softer, I mean I'm not doing the sharp accent or focusing on one leg at a time. I'm letting the knees, I'm going to buy shorts one of these days. I'm letting the knees go in and out quickly, quickly. In and out, da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. Weight is even between 2 feet right now. Don't start leaning to one side. Don't let the chest go with it. This is just the hips. You're gonna feel stuff moving. Just let it go. It's okay. This is a shimmy. Make sure the knees are still going in and out. A lot of beginners have a tendency to lock back. That's a very different move called a vibration. It's actually the hard version of the move, so don't put yourself in the hard part yet. Don't go on the deep end. Just shimmy, 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 shimmy. Breathe. I teach my students what I call 4x4 breathing. Inhale for 4 beats. Exhale for 4 beats. It's kind of like lamaze, but you'd be surprised how much it helps you. Because if you're going very quickly, a lot of people have a tendency to hold their breath. And then they exhaust themselves very quickly. You can do this, but breathe. Five, 6, 7, 8, relax. Excellent. That's about 22 minutes. You can either continue on to the next video or I'll see you next time. Let's go ahead and cool down. And exhale, fold forward. Release the lower back. Come over to the right ankle just like before. And come over to the left ankle. You might find you're more flexible now. If so, go ahead and go deeper. If not, stay where you are. Come to the center and roll up. Slight back bend, just enough to look at the ceiling. Roll the shoulders back. Roll the shoulders forward. And roll the neck. And the other direction. All right, thank you so much. Next video, we're going to focus on a few chest moves and keep moving up and down the body and suit from there. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And be sure to find me on Facebook. Thank you.